Hello media students, this is an example of what you should be doing for your final film project. Just as a reminder, for the project you should be selecting your favorite film and then using 3 elements of film that we've been studying, such as dialogue or cinematography or setting, to explain why your favorite movie is a good movie. Be sure that you pick a clip on YouTube and then just toss that link on the shared Google Doc on Schoology. You don't need to make a PowerPoint presentation or a Google Slides presentation. All I need is the link. You can have your note card up front and you should be ready to go. Your clip should be between 1 and 3 minutes, and you should be talking for at least 1 minute on both sides of that. So your presentation should be about 3 to 6 minutes. It kind of depends on the length of your clip. So without further ado, here is an example for you. Pride and Prejudice was released in 2005. It was directed by Joe Wright, and it stars Keira Knightley, who you can see here on the screen, and Matthew Macfadyen. The story takes place in the year 1813, and in 1813, the most important thing for females is to get married. So Elizabeth Bennet, played by Keira Knightley, is from a large family of girls, and all the family needs is for these girls to get married. In this clip, Darcy, played by Matthew Macfadyen, has proclaimed his love for Elizabeth, but she's mad at him because he has been putting down her family, and he's actually just ruined her sister's relationship. So even though he's proposed and he's proclaiming he loves her, this is a very tense moment between the two of them. During this clip, watch for the characters' dialogue, the cinematography techniques, and the use of sound.
Believe me, it was unconsciously done.
Is this your reply?
Yes, sir.
Are you laughing at me?
No.
Are you rejecting me?
I'm sure that the feelings which, as you've told me, have hindered your regard will help you in overcoming it.
Might I ask why with so little endeavour and civility I must repulse?
And I might as well inquire why, with so evident a design of insulting me, you chose to tell me that you like me against your better judgment.
No, believe me, I
If
don't
I
mean...
was uncivil, then that is some excuse, but I have other reasons. You know I have.
What reasons?
Anything might tempt me to accept the man who has ruined, perhaps forever, the happiness of a most beloved sister. Do you deny it, Mr. Darcy? That you separated a young couple who loved each other, exposing your friend to the centre of the world for caprice, and my sister to its derision for disappointed hopes, and involving them both in misery of the acutest kind?
I do not deny it.
How could you do it?
Because I believed your sister indifferent to me.
Indifferent.
I watched them most carefully and realised his attachment was deeper than hers.
That's because she's shy.
Bingley, too, is modest and was persuaded she didn't feel strongly
Because
for him.
you suggested it.
I did it for his own good.
My sister hardly shows her true feelings to me. I suppose you suspect that his fortune had some
No,
bearing
I
on
wouldn't
the
do your
matter.
sister the dishonour, though it was suggested.
What was?
It was made perfectly clear that an advantageous marriage...
Did my sister give that impression?
No. There was, however, a happening with the matter of your family.
Our want of connection. Mr. Bingley didn't seem to vex
No, it was
himself
more
about
than
that.
that.
How,
It
sir?
was the lack of propriety shown by your mother, your 3 younger sisters, even on occasion your father. Forgive me. You and your sister I must exclude.
And what about Mr. Wickham?
Mr. Wickham,
What excuse can you give for your behaviour towards him?
you take an eager interest in that gentleman's
He told me of
concerns.
his misfortunes.
Oh, yes, his misfortunes have been very great indeed.
You ruin his chances and make him treat him with sarcasm.
So this is your opinion of me. Thank you for explaining so fully. Perhaps his offences might have been overlooked had not your pride been hurt by my
pride?
honesty in admitting scruples about our relationship. Could you expect me to rejoice in the inferiority of your circumstances?
And those are the words of a gentleman. From the first moment I met you, your arrogance and conceit, your selfish disdain for the feelings of others, made me realise that you were the last man in the world I could ever be prevailed upon to marry.
Forgive me, madam, for taking up so much of your time.
So in this clip, first of all, the dialogue was authentic to the time period. Like I said, the movie took place in 1813, And they use words like derision, beloved, and caprice, and we just don't use those words anymore. The dialogue also helped us to learn a little bit more about the characters. Darcy's a very educated character, so it makes sense that he would use those words. Elizabeth Bennet, on the other side, is much lower class, but her vocabulary still proves that she's educated and she's a perfect match for Darcy. Secondly, the cinematography mostly contained close-up shots of the actors' faces, and this was important in this scene because it was a point of tension, so we could capture what emotions were going through their mind as we stayed close up to their faces. You may have also noticed a slight camera movement. There was just a little bit of a tilt, and this almost mimicked the character's breathing. If you've ever been in a conflict that's reached its climax like this, a confrontation, you might also have adrenaline pumping and your breath is pretty short, and it's mimicking how the characters are feeling with the cinematography. Finally, you heard the rain in the background used as a sound, and usually rain is used in romantic scenes, but this scene, even though it follows a proposal, isn't very romantic, and you could hear the peals of thunder in the background every time one of the characters had something insulting to say. Whether Darcy insulted Elizabeth's family or Elizabeth insulted Darcy himself, we heard that peal of thunder in the background, and the sound was meant to accentuate what was going on in their argument. The camera angles and cinematography, use of sound, and dialogue between characters prove that Pride and Prejudice is a great film.